Hey, it's Byron again. I'm here to testify for Jesus Christ. I'm going to talk about a note that I wrote. I actually going to put the link to this note in the remarks block over here. That'd be to my Facebook account on the computer. Anybody, if you want to come over and be a friend, that's great. That's fine. That's wonderful. I don't do well arguing about doctrines and beliefs and things like that. I do well just trying to testify of what I know, and that's what I try to do. So, but you're more than welcome to come over there, because I enjoy having others around that are sincerely following the Lord with all their heart. But this particular note that I wrote, and I wrote it a while back, it was centered around he that endureth until the end. And inside the note, I have the scripture. I'm going to put the scripture here on the screen. I'm also going to talk about a scripture that we find in Daniel. I believe it's Daniel chapter 12. I'll put that on the screen as well. But it says, blessed is he, or something along the lines, blessed is he that endureth until 1,335 days. Something to that effect. I'll put it on the screen for you. I don't like misquoting, but I haven't done well in memorizing. But the note's about a false finish line. And I want to just tell quickly a story. We had this colonel, we called him Jack P. Nix, our nickname. We nicknamed him Ninja because he was hard. I mean, when he came through, you felt like a ninja just did a drive-by at times. You get to know him and you love him to death, but, you know, he's tough. He took us on this big run one day, and at the end of this run, we could see the finish line coming up. We knew the finish line was there because they had water available, medics available, and kind of a crowd of people, you know, cheering people on to the finish line. As I was running up to the finish line, I didn't see him. He was not there. And for some reason, I just had this idea, if he's not here, this may not be the finish line. And as we got closer and closer, the people at the finish line who had been cheering us along to the finish line started yelling, keep going, keep going, keep going. And now we had, I don't know, maybe we were on a 5th mile run or something like that. But they were telling us there at the finish line, you got to keep going. And I happen to think, I bet you he's right over the next hill. And somehow I mentally decided I'm going to make it over the top of the next hill. If I see him over the top of that next hill, I'm good. I can make it to him. If I don't see him, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. I want to relate that to our walk with the Lord. And, you know, there's all kinds of doctrine. There's all kinds of teaching out here. I have been unable to see that the scripture that I put on the screen, he that endureth, blessed is he that endureth until the end, and also that verse from Daniel that I put up there on the screen. I've been unable to see how the Bible states that's not applicable to me. Now, I hear a lot of people teaching about the rapture, and I also realize even that word is not included into the Bible, and I've traced that back to the point that I saw it came from a guy named Darby, and Darby got it from 2 Catholic priests who had invented this thing called futurism, and I'm not certain if they were just straight Catholic priests or maybe Jesuits, but I think they had something to do with the Jesuits. And then Scofield put it in his Bible notes, and we have this doctrine. I'm not here to argue it, just here to tell you, I'm not going to fall for a false finish line. I'm going to endure until the end. My concern is there's some people, and I'm not saying this fits you, but there are people in the world who have built the whole gospel around what may be a false finish line. And we got to be cautious about that. We have to understand our relationship with the Lord is utmost important. Whether we are raptured out, as the teaching goes, or we're resurrected or caught up together to meet him in the air, as Paul states in 2 Thessalonians, at the last trump, at his coming. So just something to share there. If there's anything I want to say, is just be prepared for a false finish line. I know there's an alien deception coming up. I know there's this crazy stuff going on, and linked in with this Jade Helm where a lot of people vanish. you know, like veterans are rounded up overnight. Oh, well, you know, it's just crazy what the woman that rides the beast, Mystery Babylon, might try to do to deceive us. So, thank you.